Yeah, a little red around the moon. Maybe a little smoke in the air yet. And Wally's group has all been in since before dark. I think they were in and had dinner. Kind of funny. Maybe. Who knows? And it sounds more like frogs tonight than crickets. So we're kind of transitioning from the crickets to the frogs, I think. 65 degrees and 82% humidity when I go to bed. Let's see what it is when I get up in the morning. Well, I think that looks better than last night. Because, I mean, there's smoke and light clouds that way. Making some color that way. But everything overhead and that direction is clear. So starting the day out at 54 degrees and 97%, so maybe it'll dry up. And I would say that all of Wally's group is still in. Maybe they went out overnight, maybe not, I don't know. I was asleep most of the time. And looks to be Cowboy's group is all out there. Zoom in and it gets dark. And a little ground fog over there. Hopefully today will be the day. Appears that Ichabod's there in the middle of the screen getting him some breakfast this morning, or at least trying to. And by the time I get done feeding, I missed part of the color. And then that crap's coming in. I don't know. And all these groups kind of split up. A bunch of calves are out. There's a cow down there. Oh, I guess there's, no, that's a calf. 2 or 3 calves over there. Maybe more. Looks like more. Oh well. Rainy says I got to get to work. Well, there it is. Had to cheat. Improvised press. Slipped 2 bars underneath the turbine and laid them there and popped that sucker with the plastic hammer. So here's the old one. The damage right there is caused by me. That was from putting that O-ring in. And that O-ring, here's the very bottom piece. Sits in there. And the ceramic piece that sets into it. And there's the O-ring. You never guessed where I found the O-ring. Anybody want to guess? So I put it between this piece and the ceramic piece. It's not where I found it. It was between this piece and that rubber. Buried down in there. And I've cleaned the hole out as good as it's going to get. I need to wipe that crap off yet. And here's the new seal. I don't know what I did, but I got something in my eye. Yay. They send it with a little deal there to protect that. That just drops into the hole. That's the easy part. Then this slides over the shaft. And it should, because it rides on that part. But see, this is full rubber inside, and it's supposed to work as a bellows, so it stays tight. So, wipe that down and put her back together. Had to do a slight modification, because that spring and bellows unit is a wee bit shorter than that spring. And slide this on, and there's a woodruff key in there. The key was sticking that far out. So there's a 5/8 washer, and I'm really hoping that that seal actually dropped down over the 3/4 shoulder in there like it needed to. And I dropped one of the washers here, the one that was against the turbine. When I put it on last time, it got a little damage from the key, It wasn't going to go back on without filing it. It's like, oh, I just threw a good full 1/8 of an inch. I thought you could see in there. Dang it, let's see. Yeah, you can kind of see it if it'll focus. There. So that's what it's going to be. See if it works. I'm about the same gap here as it was. So that's a good thing. It may be off just a little bit, but not much. Because I'm thinking that looks a little wide, but that's about how that fit in there so I could take it apart. Now a little goober on there and throw it back together. What'd you do Tuesday morning? I got this out here, stretched out. There's some weed with some blue flowers about that big around. It's a not a good one. Pulled a bunch the other day, and then I saw there's one in the lane, so on the way out here, Ty stopped and picked it up. And she went over here by the stumps, and she was pulling weeds while I was getting this ready to pull out. Like, what are you grabbing? And it almost looked like she was pulling some radish, and I don't care if there's radish out here. It makes good feed. There we go. Pressure's coming now. That's what I've been waiting for. So she didn't head down to get the pump primed and going until I already had it stretched out and was on my way back to hook up. Oh, and she better not leak. I have no idea if it's going to or not, you know. But I see it's turning on its own. I don't have to bump it or play with it. And if it was gonna leak there, by now it would be. Pressure gets up, hopefully that leak will seal. I'm gonna get away from that just in case. There it goes. Literally just caught that when I turned the camera up. And it should start blowing some air here in a minute or two. Sometimes that scares people. They think there's a rifle going off right outside their door. But turning, looks good. I'm gonna start walking back and she can come pick me up somewhere. And by the way, it's already swamp ass season this morning. Of course, I guess it is 10:30 by the time we got a bunch of other shit done. But there's still dew where I'm walking, except it's drying off. So I'm hoping this afternoon we can bail, because the next 10 days, there's a chance of rain every day. From 3% to 60%. And then, I think we're hooked into doing another custom bale job with the little baler. The guy that Maury farms part of his ground. Bigger farmer, but he's got bottom ground he can't plant crops in. So Maury makes hay on it. He had a guy ask him about doing a little patch, 3 or 4 acres. It's like 12 miles away. Maury went and looked at it. It's light, won't take long. Gave him a quote. Well, as long as we get at least half of what he quoted, all we gotta do is go in and do it and be done. It's money in the bank anyway. That's all I know. But it's got to get dry first. And we got to get our own done too. So we will see what happens with that. Well, found who it is with the swelled up.
611.
Oh, six. I was either 612 or 611.
The 6 numbers look too much alike. Can I look? Can I look at it?
So
I got a broken finger. I know how it feels.
that one right there.
Can I help?
See the swelling in it? She either poked herself with a rock and it's gone and it's just still bugging her,
Can I look?
or she's got a rock up in there, or she stepped on a stick, which could be too.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, really hoping that she's going to let Ty kind of check her out right here. Otherwise, we got to take her up and get her in the chute or in a head gate. That just doesn't sound like fun right now. Either way, it's hurting her. Ah, Stinkies? Guess we try to get her in so we can clean it up and give her some LA and go from there. Look who came to see me.
Oh, you're getting grumpy now?
Everybody says how big he's getting when I get to show him on the videos. Blakely's in the other room with Ty. Brooke and Matt are going to borrow that little refrigerator slash freezer right behind where Matt's standing. Because their fridge went out and they won't have another one for a few days. And there's Blakely. Blakely, you say hi, everybody? That's not how you say hi.
Can you carry your chair?
Turn your cheek so we see your face.
Can you carry your chair? What do you need help with? Your chair?
Yeah, somebody else to carry everything for her. She's got to get back into doing that stuff for herself again. Won't be too much longer. She'll be out here on a more regular basis. She's not going to get spoiled like that.
They're not spoiled.
Whatever.
Juice? Can you take a drink of your juice?
So there, you get to see both of them. Oh, Wyatt. What? Hey, quit looking the other way, dude.
There's your pretzels and cheese.
Hey, you're supposed to face the camera.
Hey, Chico.
You're supposed to look to the camera.
He's like,
Oh. Well, we're calling it dry enough, whether it really is or not. I know there's going to be some damp spots. Not only going to be any damp spots right here. Part of this outside was pretty thin. And the sun's been hitting this as soon as it cleared those trees. So, oh, and I blew that one. I meant to turn back there. Oops. Because since people that owned this sold the back half off, I got to deal with two different landowners on the back of it. This splits back there, not far from where I came in. Oops. Or I just guessing by golly later, but try to keep things on the up and up. It's a pain in the ass, but anyway, no, as far as the crank test, a couple spots Ty checked, 2 cranks and it was done. Most of what I checked, 5 to 6 cranks, and it was pretty well broken up. And now, I don't think it's going to hit here, but now they're talking thunderstorms coming up out of California later today. Looks like it's mostly going to be east of I-5, mostly east of the mountains, which will do some good over there for the fires, hopefully. And the only part of this field that's usually really wet is this end, because it's ranker stuff, always has been. And with that tree down, I didn't get as much. You see a little there, but the wetness that's there, that's the kind of wetness that the sun gets it for 5 minutes and it's dry. Literally. Pay attention to what I'm doing. I'll stay on 2 windrows, right? So anyway, we just came over to check and forgot to shut the shop doors, didn't grab any water, didn't grab any electrolytes, so to get this started, Ty's headed back to shut the shop doors and get us some water and electrolytes, and we'll get the day going. A little late, but we'll get her going. And at this point, you know, this shit's got to be cured. It's just dew moisture that's left in it. Even the rank stuff back there, it didn't look like there's any stem moisture left. Not that I stopped to feel it, but you know, you can tell by looking at it for the most part. I'm not going to worry about it. If I got somewhere a little suspect, if I'm running high moisture on the meter, we'll check them before they get stacked. That's all I know to do. It usually works out. Like the trail? That's a kiddie trail. Because at some point in time, somebody that was living, squatting, whatever here, they were taking care of kitties. And it was actually on Google that you could come drop your unwanted kitties off here. And I hate to guess how many there were. I mean, they were going through a couple of cat food bags a day. And that over there, the whole field smelled like cat piss. The good thing is, I mean, there's not a hell of a lot of rodents out here. Most of those cats were pretty good hunters. So, I suppose I better cut this around where I need to when I get back over there. Or say screw it. I don't know. We'll see. Well, this row I'm on, right up here in the corner. Yeah, there's water running through there. Gotta love it. That's the only spot. Last year it was this spot, and I left some pretty good ruts getting through it. And moistures, 10 to 14 for the most part. I did have maybe 2 flakes worth that were 30 and above the capabilities of the moisture meter. And I'm sure I'll get a spike off of what I just picked up. Can you tell? Although this side's drier. And Ty's messing around with that corner down there. Hopefully get this all whipped out soon. Get the other one there done. It'll be wet up by the road because it's a little tiny spot in there surrounded by trees. Then move on to the last field and hopefully that goes smoothly. And that bale right there is probably the one with that 30% spot in it. Is what it is. I mean, we'll randomly probe, but if it looks like it's got a wet spot, then there's no doubt that we got to feed anyway. But from here, that one doesn't show a little see obvious. Is what it is. I think I got a wet chunk from where the water is back there, hung up on the sensor. It's slowly coming down, but as long as there's still a little wet piece there, it's gonna show heavy. Because from there to here, the highest it's been is 14. So, yay! And so far, 6 bales. I think that counts the one hanging off the back. Looks like it does, so. Either way, now we're getting down where I won't worry much about it. And I don't have much left here. And
it's going to take me a minute to do this, so you have time to grab your water from Mom.
Alright, thank you.
I'm just trying to get it all in one, but you made a hell of a fucking mark in the goddamn mud back there, and my tires are muddy now.
I know, there's running water through there, about 10 feet wide. So, yeah, you heard what she's doing. I can't make the corner in the back of that. I got into it and had to back out and cut across. So she's trying to do the corner and get the outer round out where I can get it. And Ty went back and got water, but she brought all that desandy or whatever the hell crap back.
You bailed right behind me on this little stretch.
And
until you get probably in line.
And I can't stand that stuff.
In line with going out, and that'll shorten my distance of going back and forth.
She made me a electrolyte with that crap last week. I was feeling bad enough I really needed the electrolytes. And yeah, she goobered on that. So I gotta turn around. I drank half a bottle and I had such a gut ache. My gut ache didn't go away till the next day. I just can't drink that shit. What the hell they do to it. Used to be the running joke was it was toilet water. So Becky's sitting over there with Arrowhead instead of that other shit. It's at least a little better. Oops, red arrow, that means I gotta move hard right. Part of that, I'm sure, is that one bent piece on the very back on top. Now it's gone. Corner took care of that. We used to go right over against that RV within 5 feet of it. Into that walnut tree, but last year they cleared a bunch of trees out and they moved some equipment out. So there's equipment all through here. And beside Ty is all trees. And right there's the wellhead, which we used to cut right up against. And I don't know what they shoved out. But see where she's going. She's going around not only a hump of dirt, but it's like a bunch of garbage or something. But it is what it is. It's on shares, so that's that much less they get. And the fun part that's probably wet is actually around the corner up there. And I might have to back out of it, which means I might not go in it if I got a bale hanging on the back. Now the fun part about moving, there's no way I could have got it on camera. First intersection we came to was on our right. Ty says, yeah, there's a car coming up the intersection. Well, I don't have to stop, he does. He rolled out to about that far in front of me, and I go to move around him, and the dumbass goes. I don't know how he missed that tire. I think he took the garbage cans out that were on the shoulder. People are stupid. I was closer than me to Ty. I was half that distance from him when he came out. Oh yeah, bicyclists. Maybe they'll want to cut the corner and run into me. That's usually what they try to do. You know, don't stop at an intersection because that's just a suggestion. At least it's only one of the idiots. Anyway, I'm not rolling very fast. The tires should be warm enough to move, but everything I got's uphill. My only downhill I already did. And it only gets steeper from here. Well, hay season 2025 is over except for the fanfare. 23 bales to bring in. 10 and 10 at one place and 3 at the last one. Woohoo! So much there, it's amazing. And other than the one idiot on the road earlier.
I just parked in this down at the green gate down here to get washed, at least hose and everything in the morning after that I'm picking bales up.
Sounds good. Figuring out where to park stuff so they're out of the way. She's going to park that by the cow lot. And I'm going to back this in right there between the shop and the barn. That leaves us room to unload trucks in the morning and then get everything out of the yard, I hope. And then Ty, after I get the big air compressor running, can start cleaning up. So, but there it is, the end. And I started to say the rest of the trip on the road was like this. We met like 3 cars in, what, about 6-7 miles total. And actually a little more than that. And nobody was an asshole. They all smiled and waved and got out of the way. Oh, I almost forgot something. Hope you all had a great Tuesday. Hope everybody has a great hump day. And yeah, we're not going to pick bales up tonight, I don't think. It's warm enough. I'm not going to sit on that tractor and drive the hot box back. And I'm hoping that maybe Becky and Blakely fit already, but I doubt it. But they might have.